areas which really contributes the whole business scenario.
So can you please explain that? People skill.
Yeah. So instead of me, let someone else also talk about people skill. What they think about people skills.
Understanding the people.
How good are you working with a team?
Yes.
Management, people management.
People management. Yes.
Because skill we always connected with. The skills are always connected with the, for example, technical skills.
Yeah. See, one is
Management
technical skills. See, technical skills which you are good at in a certain technical way. But what really matters beyond that is the how good are you in communicating. See, if you are very good in skills, but you are not good in communicating to a certain set of people, okay, if you are not transferring the same thing to others, if you are keeping to yourself,
If you're not a team player.
if you are not a team player, if you are not managing people well, if you are not able to manage people well, how can you grow in a quickly changing environment like today? And why do you think mindset and attitude? Why do you think mindset and attitude? What do you mean by attitude? What do you mean by attitude? We talk about attitude, right? What is attitude?
Unless there's a positive attitude, it never changes, right?
Yes. So what is attitude?
Again, mindset.
Mindset is yes, but what if I can? See,
The temperament. Probably.
Temperament. See, attitude can be is the way one we think start the way our brain starts thinking, taking how are we handling our emotions. How, because see, you might think well, but when it comes to a challenging situation, you are really not working well. Okay, so even if you know that these are the right things to do, you are not able to do as a business owner. Okay, or your team is not able to do because they are not equipped with that. Third is ability to take those actions, attitude. See, even if you think, if you are not able to take those actions, doesn't make any sense. So you need to have those actions going. And the fourth is basically reviewing it in a critical way, critical thinking. Understanding how critical thinking, how it can help us to take from here to there. So all these things actually helps us to create a positive, as we say, is as a positive attitude. Okay, so, and then when we say it also talks about our bodies, how it shows up in our body. Now, and coming to our next area, so is this clear in the whole thing?
Can I add little
Yeah,
bit?
please, go ahead.
See, the personal skill we define in such a way that one is understanding the people, dealing the people, and utilizing the people. So this, when you look into a broad spectrum, it's coming to dealing with all kinds of things. One, some people have good qualities but may not be utilized. Some people have good qualities but they don't have a space to utilize. So understanding the people, dealing with the people, and utilizing the people comes.
Very true.
These three come together.
Absolutely. The first,
skill.
yes.
And when you come to attitude we define in such a way that it's a perception that a person look into a certain things and how he act on it. If we define in such a way,
Absolutely.
we define that.
So which you mean to say is the first part, which I possibly understand is, the first part is being aware. See, being aware that this is what it is. See, we talk about the out of the box thinking, right? But the question is, for being thinking out of the box, you need to have a box, right? So what is the thinking which you are having presently? If you don't know, how you can think out of the box? What is your preference or your organization preference? If you don't know right now, how can you think something different? You will just think here and there. So you need to have a structure, yet do not have a structure. And based on the same thing, okay, if you have heard about this one called Dr. Daniel Pink, what he says is, see, all these years organizations have been very strategic. They have been working on the strategies and this and that, and very, very left brain activities. What he says, and a lot of other people say, because of the changing environment, people have to shift from just not that strategy, because see, those 5-year strategies which we are having is immaterial to us today. Nothing is going to happen. every day we have to change our strategies, and for that we have to develop the right part of our brain in case it's not yet developed enough. That structure has to be developed. Now, yeah, so and this model which I'm talking about, okay, helps in leadership, it helps in business relationship, and I'll show you a few examples, yeah. Skills and job suitability, jobs, when you are selecting a people or people who are in the team, how it can help you. The creative style, how can you create habits, team management, how, this is important, how can you sell more effectively? How can you sell effectively, understanding the whole brain of the team as well as your clients? When you are going out there for a sale, how can you sell it better? Okay? Then wealth management, stress and conflict management, project management, eating habits. Okay? I will. Now, this is someone's brain profile, and which is same happens to be mine. Okay? Now, I will give you a few examples on my own style of thinking. Okay? If you actually see, I have a huge amount of empathy, but I have socializing skills is less compared to my empathy. Okay? So I see, but people, okay, when I started my business, okay, another thing which I would like to tell you is this part, which is basically the organizer part, is only 12% and is very less. Now, I being a business owner, okay, can I not socialize from the place where I am? So people, when I meet people, they think, you're a good socializer. But I was not that 3 years back. See, understanding this model helped me to change the way I think and the way I do things. So, today I have developed that socializing skills. Being a business owner, can I not be organized? So I need to get organized. So how, but can I get organized as well as anyone else? It's difficult for me. But I say that, okay, how much can I go? But I take the support of someone else. So these are the things, okay? And I'll go into more details on stuff. Even in relationships, yeah? Even relationships, say a person who has a full left and a full left, and the other person has a full right. Think. Now, what is this person thinking all the time? See, what is this person thinking all the time? The left brain.
Analyzing.
Analyzing. That person is analyzing, systematic, systems oriented, this, that. And this guy is all creative, he's moving around, he's keeping everything. And this guy cannot see, really tolerate this other guy. The whole idea is understanding that we are from different zones. But it only gives the start point when we start knowing ourselves. Yeah?
I was just telling Arun that's why there is something called matchmaking in Hinduism. Before you get the proposal for the girl,
you don't map
take
the brain.
And you say, oh, the good itne mile and upgood itne mile. Good mil gaye, shaadi kar do.
Absolutely. Something called this is mainly for career. Career. Today, when we choose a career, especially, okay, there are career choices, and this also gives us. These are the ideal choices. Okay. Now, these are one brain preference. We see this is our brain preference. This is this guy. This is the guy's preference. Okay. And this is the ideal preference of a business analyst. This is the ideal reference of a business analyst. Now you can find out which are the areas he or she needs to develop to get into a more business analyst mode. Okay? Is it making sense? It is. Yeah?
You already changed our way of thinking.
Thank you. So I would also give you a few examples, like this is from the main brain. Okay, we can also we can also extrapolate a few other things. We can have separate brain thing. Now this is the brain profile. Okay, which is a very high Imagineer, strategist, systematic guy. Now the same person has this is her skills This is her skills brain. Okay, this is how her skill. Now, if you find that her skills and her general are matching, brilliant. Okay, then you also have a business relationship brain. Okay, this business relationship, if you see, this this person is very dominating in a way. Okay, so his or her business relationship would be completely different, though. So you have a different business relationship brain. Understanding these brains of ours help our preferences of ours. This is basically a wealth. How do we think about wealth? Okay, so this is another one. This is about 8-dimensional job profile. What are the job profiles which will be suiting to this person? Okay, all these things and many more can be actually derived from, and once we get to know that, from this, see, this brain is basically the very fundamental level. Beyond the brain, then we have to analyze other things. But this is the basic level of understanding about ourselves. Okay. Now, I would just any questions before we move ahead?
So how we can analyze ourselves by making for making this graph?
Sorry.
Is there any way of understanding ourselves by?
Yeah, this is a process. There is a process I will share with you. Yeah, yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say my table is always upside down. So it means that my brain is inbuilt or by default it is like that. So is there any meaning in me trying to put my things in order, because the next day I'm going to do the same thing?
I can understand what you, because I am on the same trace. If you actually see my brain profile, it has a very high Imagineer and a very high strategist. My strategist and Imagineer is very high.
One more thing I want to know.
Yeah.
If you take my brain scan, you have to add one more quadrant, laziness. That will be about 70% of the right side.
See, laziness. Okay, the laziness part is basically happens for various reasons. Question is, what we have to understand, where is the core of laziness? See, I'm sure you are not lazy in all your areas. Sure, right?
Yes.
So we have to understand where is the core of laziness coming from. And if you are able to address that core of laziness, you will no more be lazy. You will find out ways to come out. I was lazy in many areas. Okay, I was absolutely, you see, but now I think, how do I slowly, the point is first being aware, then I talked about how do I, once being aware, how do I now implement them and create those habits so that I start doing things. See, it's not about just getting a knowledge about it.
So you mean that we can change?
Of course, this is called a dialectical model. See, there is something in brain called neuroplasticity. Earlier, people used to think that brain's thinking cannot be changed, but today's research says that brains are plastic, which means the neurons where were disconnected can again be reconnected. Okay, so if you are able to create, if you want to make some habits, you can actually change some habits, and that's exactly what I told about myself. See, I am not a natural socializer, but I changed myself, constantly working on it, knowing more and more about myself, and then I made those shifts. Coming to our regular, what we talked about, our business challenges, right? Okay, so we talked about, you said about?
Risk elimination.
Risk elimination, risk taking, yeah?
Risk taking.
So, now if the understanding what is the capability of this person of taking risk. See, if you realize that, hey, I am not a great risk taker, you are possibly, I have seen a lot of people who are in business, okay, who are in a business, they are not able to take those decisions and they let go of a lot of business opportunities. So first need to know whether I am getting to understand myself well and to understand whether I'll be able to take the risk or not. Second, the question would be, if I have to take the risk, what is the thing which I need to do? That is the second part. See, it doesn't label you that you are a risk taker or not a risk taker. Now, if you know that I am not a great risk taker, then what are the ways I can basically reduce my risk